Hey, what is going on, crypto people? Happy Sunday to each and every one of you. Holy moly, what an exciting time to be early adopting this new asset class that is the digital asset space. Listen, my friends, you and I, we're playing a game that 99.99% of the assets well. They don't even know it's being played, and we are winning. So listen, millennials can't afford to buy a home. They're buying this crypto instead. We'll get into it. Crypto Eddie shared a very interesting update to link to and all the things going on over there at link to. Yeah, so no videos. Like I said, those guys were not going to make the video. They were not going to make the video explaining what's happening. Probably do it only private if they even do it. Then, if they do it, then. So, in any case, yeah, tough, very, 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 very tough. For sure. Listen, I try to do some videos, man, live stream. I don't know if it's my internet or it's the VPN, what's going on, but boy, oh boy, I had to put the Patreon group through a very suffering video because the internet was just cray. It was just not great. And the VPN, I think I put it on like extra secure and it slows down the speed. Assam is in the building. My brother C's back with another update. Crypto bloodbath, best time to accumulate. Yeah. Or in a little bloodbath. I don't even know. I don't even know what's going on, Assam. I just little DCA, little DCA continuing strategy. I don't know what this is here. It's not refreshing. But anyways, yeah, the market is kind of doing what the market does, Assam. It's just doing what it does. It is just freaking doing what the market does. Just doing what it does. You what? It's just doing what it does, right? Let's see here. We'll go over some of these numbers for sure, but I do want to talk about so if the millennials can't afford the home, what are they doing? If they can't afford the home, what are they doing? According to one guy, this is what they're doing. I'm going to share that. Go over these numbers with you as well. I went to try to do some stake ETH, Flare ETH, and it was $11 fee. So didn't do that. And Bitcoin did not stake any Bitcoin yet. Uh, with P stake, I think they're like $350 worth of Bitcoin just to start the stake. But I am really high on P stake. Uh, so we'll see. We'll see. Only because CryptoCito has been high and talking about them for a bit, taking advantage of Babylon and what Babylon's doing with Bitcoin and extra things that you can do with your Bitcoin, whether it be DeFi or staking, which I think is exciting. Babylon, again, in the Cosmos ecosystem. So that is really, really good. Hydro's in the building. Hey, C, just finished setting my first Ledger wallet. Yeah, me too. I did that earlier today, bro. Dip my toes in, not going to gamble. I hear you. I bought did a little something on Flippy as well. Just a little something, nothing much. I mean, minimal, just to set the wallet up, and that type of deal. Kyle T. Moore is in the building. What's going on, bro? What up, Siege? Hopping in to say hello from New Jersey. Appreciate you being here. Leaf duties today. How about that? That fall routine is here. Yes, sir, I do. Appreciate you checking in, Kyle. Appreciate you guys being here. I did a little video for the Patreon group, kind of reminding everyone about the strategy um, for getting more Bitcoin, leveraging alts, that type of deal as well in a crazy market. I really want to ask Raul Paul and Real Vision. Or maybe I'll put it in Real Vision. Um, there's some talk that there might not even be an alt season. And there's also some talk that Bitcoin, because of institutional money, is not going to have the typical 55 to 75% retrace. And I'm thinking to myself, what are the odds of those kind of scenarios? And how do you plan for that? Right? How do you plan for that? Right? How do you plan for those things? And to me, it's the 90-10. Yep. To me, it's the 90-10. So I just said I bought some flippy. Haha, I bought some flippy too, a little bit. Yeah, I hear you, my friend. I hear that. Um, for sure. I figured I'd take a little small position, little teeny tiny, and then, let some things play out over the next 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, and then, make a decision on one or two. And then, still no more than $500, I don't think, for me, and kind of go from there. So total allocation, no more than 500, I don't think. That's kind of where I am. It's kind of where I am. And let the year play out. Let's see what it looks like in end of 2025, quarter four, 2025. 10% bucket. But that's kind of how I look at it. It's kind of how I'm seeing it with the First Ledger. I'm liking what the stuff they're doing, but the meme, you got to know what you're doing in the meme space for sure. But First Ledger, I'm really hyped about what they're doing, really. Some good stuff. The XRPL ecosystem. Hold on. XRPL ecosystem, I think, needs it. Really, really do. I think they need it. All right. So let's you want to go over the markets real quick, guys. Let's go over this market. Wow. Let's go over the market real quick. And then we'll get into what are the millennials doing with this dirty, nasty fiat? They can't buy a home. What are they going to do? All right. So according to CoinGecko, the total cryptocurrency market cap is down 3.6% and is at $2.37 trillion. Bitcoin dominance 56% or so. Bitcoin is trading at $68,256 again. On the 30-day, it is up 9.5%. Ethereum is trading at $2,434 again. On the 30 days, down 0.1. And by the way, Bitcoin in the last 2 years is up 350% in the last 3 years or 2 years. And the huge question that I think Hydro, a lot of people are not willing to ask themselves. Let me see something here. I want to get the exact number, if it was 2 years or 3 years. I want to get the exact numbers. Oh man, that smells good. Miss Crypto C's over here cooking, making the bro hungry as hell. That stuff smells really good. I do have it, but I want to make sure of the number. I snatched up a lot of stuff from this guy, and where is it? All right, let me try this again. God darn it. It's, these things sometimes just are not great. All right, so yeah, I'm there. I may have to go to his page. but I thought all right, let me just go to this page real quick. Did they have a possession each yet? All right, let's see. Let me see if I can find it. I want to make sure because I think it's important to ask ourselves this and be honest with ourselves. Forgive me, I'm trying to find it. Okay, nope, no. I mean, it's a big number, right? I think it was 250%, and I believe 3 years. Bitcoin is up. So I just want to make sure, though, of the numbers. And I got it from this guy. Rajat here. Yeah, is he a BTC Maxi? Sure, but numbers are numbers, right? You can't put numbers out, stats out, and then say it's right. Those can be fact checked. No, I think it's coming up though. Bitcoin Satoshi Vision, BSV. I think it is around the 28th. It's coming. Yep, here it is right here. That's the purchasing power. Okay, so the Bitcoin purchasing power increased by 350% in 2 years. In 2 years. Let me see this chart here. 72. 350% in 2 years. The purchasing power. That's a nice number, right? So when you think about that in comparison to fiat, in my opinion, you have to have a strategy to get more of the asset that is doing that. In 2 years. So purchasing power 3.5x. So I just want to look at something here real quick. And it's just saying if he's saying that is the price change. Look at Bitcoin here, 69. I know it got up to 72, right? 2 years, October. So we're going to go back October 2022, right? October 2022. What happened to my coin gecko? Internet is brutal right now. Come on. 1,000, we had that 72. Doesn't look like, oh, maybe. Come on. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So let's go max here for BTC. All right. We got the max. So I'm going to go. All right. So October 20. There's 21. December of 2022. November of 2022 is 20,000. In November of 2022 was just 20,000. And so I would just ask someone who's been holding their portfolio of assets since 2022 if they have 3.5x. I mean, I think it's an honest question to ask ourselves. Is it not? We're in the digital asset space. There is a variety of assets available to us to purchase and hold to try to beat debasement of the currency and inflation, et cetera, et cetera. Ooh, that might have been a fumble, et cetera, right? Most of us were here in October of 2022. Right? And this is just it is what it is. We can debate it. We can say there's no use case. We can say there's no value. We can say, well, there's no utility. It's slow. I mean, we're living in the cave ages because, of the ASIC mining. You want to pick some other stuff. Electrical, right? We can do these things. We can do these things. Or we can just look at the wallet. What's going on, JR? What's going on, Pookie Pookie? The real big wheel is here, right? So we're all in this space. But that's kind of how I look at it. It's kind of how I'm seeing it with the first level. This thing is like way old. The real big wheel is like Trump. You're on Trump, huh? So I just want to point it out, right? We're all been in this space, but please forgive the little internet issue. I'm liking with the stuff they're doing. I mean, this is way old, right? We got to ask ourselves that. I know you guys are putting up with the chat here, putting up with the stream. What's going on, the real big Will? Someone said, yeah, BTC hit 72K. Real big Will said that. It's 72K. Internet is still a problem. Oh, I think your boy's got a chance to win. Yeah. Right? The crypto market has trumped the win stock markets, right? So 3.5x. And again, are you willing to just sit down and write out your assets and those assets that you've been holding since 2022? Because most people in this space have been holding assets since 2022. See or no? Most people have been holding crypto since 2022. Favorite crypto, some layer one you thought was going to change the game, right? FLR, Songbird, I don't know, Caspa, Cardano. I don't know. Has it 3.5x? And another honest question to ask yourself, did you have an opportunity to buy Bitcoin? 90-10, 90% FLR, 10% BTC. 90-10, percent Bitcoin, 10% FLR. As examples, did you do it? Because you had the shot, but did you do it? Right? Because I could hypothesize, I could wax poetically, philosophically, but ultimately it's the number is the number. Bitcoin 3.5x, which means your net worth, whatever that looks like, did as well. Oh, interception. That's the young guy's mistake, right? Are we? I mean, am I speaking? Am I making sense? That's the reality. Yes, that was a really bad read. Yeah, really bad read. Right? Because was there a time issue? Like, no. Right. Oh, well, two? Yeah. He was trying to make the home run shot and he didn't check the safety. Yep. Right? Real big shit. Will said stocks as well. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you were fortunate enough to maybe hold Tesla or hold Nvidia. That would have kind of worked out as well. But just think about it. That's the deal. So you get your net worth increasing year over year, on average 40 to 50% on holding that asset BTC. And it just happens to be from October 2022 to October of 2024, this asset 3.5x. And people had the option of 90% having BTC, $100, 90 in BTC, 10% in your favorite altcoin, or 90% in your FLR, favorite altcoin, and 90% in FLR, 10% BTC. The strategy is the key. The overall comprehensive strategy, I'm convinced of it, is really the key. It's not about the right asset. It is about the right strategy. It is about the right strategy. And it's just making more and more and more sense. For me, it's just making more and more sense. Then you throw in the principles of ergodicity, and it makes even more sense, right? How many of you guys grabbed that book that I recommended? Recommended 2 books to you guys. How many guys grabbed that book? Ergodicity by Luca Delana and My Journey as a Value Investor by Guy Spear. So Rashad Williams, what's going on? So, right, there's the deal. So people saying metal or whatever, right? Gold. So I titled the video. Oh, I titled the video. Millennials can't afford to buy a house. What will they will buy this crypto instead. And I stole that from my guy Murad. Life is good, Rashad. How are you, bro? Right? I stole it from my guy Murad, who said they will buy meme coins. He said they're going to buy meme coins. Yeah, I don't know. So, but I watched another podcast. People were saying, this guy named Joe McCann was saying people were buying meme coins. He has the most successful crypto hedge fund, and he won an award for 2023. And he said millennials are going to have a choice. Gen whatever, they're going to have this choice of $500 in meme coins or traditional finance. And he believes, and he's been telling his investors and his hedge fund that there should be a certain allocation towards meme coins, because he believes that these Generation Zs and Ys and these millennials are going to be doing the same thing because they can't get ahead in the traditional financial world. Now, will they come and buy altcoins? Absolutely. Absolutely. But don't you think there's a reason why the meme coins are, in terms of the top narratives, are winning? There's a reason. Now we can argue that it is, or we could try to understand why it is. So we can argue that why, or we can try to understand that meme coins are the leading one right now. And it's been this way for about 2 years. Meme coins, it's AI gaming, RWAs. I mean, that's just what it is. The market has said it. These are the winning things. And are people getting into meme coins because they just like to gamble, or do they feel like this is their only shot? You look down the meme coins and you see these six-figure percentage gains. People want to get them. They're trying to get them. And and then I think what they're going to do is they're going to learn that 90% meme coins or 100% of all meme coins is not the right strategy. It's not that being in meme coins is a bad strategy, is the wrong thing. It's allocating everything to it, right? It's understanding that if you got a 90-10 bag and your $90 is in the safer assets or the better risk adjusted assets, you can still play in meme coins, right? You can still get up to $500 in meme coins on a 90-10 strategy or an 80-20 strategy, can't you? The mistake that everyone's been making is it's the strategy of, look, I'm trying to win here, right? I'm trying to win. So I'm just going to be on all altcoins, all these other altcoins that have these great potentials. And Bitcoin, this little this 3.5x in 2 years, that's not going to cut it for me because I'm trying to come up. I'm trying to get the Lambo and the big house and the second house. So I'm not going to take the 3x every 2 years, 3.5x. I'm not going to take that. I'm going to go further down the risk curve because I can 20x and 30x and 40x. Now, I don't know which one is going to 20x or 30x or 40x or 50x or 6 percentage gains. I don't know, but I'm going to go for that. When what we're learning is, why not take the little 3.5x, right? Why not take the 3.5x with a different mindset or strategy? What is that? It's 90-10. Because when we look into the cryptoverse and we look at Band of Bubbles and we realize there's 6, 8, 10 altcoins that have outperformed Bitcoin that are in the top 100, or there's in the year 2024, there's 20 coins that have outperformed Bitcoin, and was it 12 or 22 that were meme coins? It tells us that we don't know which ones that are going to outdo and out better and be better. Like, we don't know. Because we looked at it and we asked you guys, we asked the community, do you have Ondo? Do you have Bonk? Do you have Whiff? Do you have Brett? Right? These are top 100 outperforming Bitcoin. Did you have Solana? Did you have Marinate Solana? Right? You guys remember the list of the ones out in the top 100 outdoing Bitcoin. Most people didn't have them. Well, Jasmine was in that, right? Most people didn't have them. Right? That's the challenge. But we can always look at the numbers. The challenge is people want to kind of make a bet on the promise. That's the challenge for Shad. People want to make a bet on the promise of an asset as opposed to making the bet on the proven asset. And then on a 90-10 basis, you make a bet on a 90-10 basis for every $1,000, 900 on the proven assets. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, or some combination thereof. Year to date, those are the ones. I didn't make it up. Those are just the numbers. Those are the assets. It's Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and a combination thereof. And then $100 on the promise. On the promise. Bye, baby. On the promise of the XRP, of Flare, of Songbird, of Sui, of Aptos, of Say. So you're not excluded from it. That's the big challenge right now, Rashad. Is most people, it's all or the other, right? So it's not about the asset. It's about the strategy, It's about the strategy. Matt LaRoche is in the building. What's going on, bro? Matt says, what if you had the 3X whilst growing the coin over the bear in a platform like what Flare will be doing? This is getting a compounding effect. Yes, indeed. That's a strategy, Matt. Thanks for sharing that, right? You got this 3.5X asset, which is the best risk-adjusted reward asset in the market right now. You can leverage it in the Flare Networks ecosystem during the bear. By the way, there's other DeFi strategies in addition to that you can do during the bear, just to let you know as well. A little bit of risk there. You got to mitigate the risk, right? New platform, new thing, got to mitigate the risk. So you don't put 100% of your Bitcoin in FBTC. That's not the strategy. You don't want to do that. You take 1%, 2%, 3%, whatever it is, and compound. You compound, right? You amp up your strategy. So you got a 3.5x BTC, 1%, 2%, 3% of the BTC and in that network, Flare Networks ecosystem. You understand? And whatever asset you may be getting, I don't know if you're going to be getting some FBTC by doing it or some FXRP by doing it. You can add the BTC XRP to your bull run bag. You can perhaps enter a liquidity pool if you want to do it from that. Right? It's not the assets, it's the strategy. That's the challenge. That's the challenge. That's just what I'm discovering. We're all on the journey, Matt LaRoche, of becoming a sophisticated investor. We're all on that journey. We didn't know that was the journey in the beginning. We thought we were here coming being digital asset investors, or we didn't know, but that's the real journey. The real game is learning how to become a sophisticated investor. I was talking with my dudes the other day, and I'm like, nah, come on, listen, working hard is not the end goal. Like they want to know why I had this going on, this cash flow going on here. I'm like, working hard is not the end goal, right? I mean, working hard, absolutely, right? Multiple sources of income, absolutely, but that's not the end goal. The end goal is becoming a sophisticated investor. Like the end goal is not to go from $100,000 to $1 million, right? The end goal is to successfully invest the $1 million, right? Right. That's the end goal. We're on a journey to become a sophisticated investor. I mean, Rich Dad Poor Dad has been saying this for decades. He's been saying it for decades. The cash flow quadrant and other books, right side of the cash flow quadrant. She's been saying it for decades. So yeah, I'm all about more incomes, right? Absolutely. Passive income, DeFi, absolutely. But that's not the end goal. The end goal is not to go from $100,000 net worth to $1 million net worth. No, the end goal is to become a successful investor. Because part of becoming a successful investor is turning the 1 million into 10, but learning how to preserve that 1 million on your way to 10 million. Learning how to do that, learning how to operate in reversible domains as opposed to irreversible domains. Learn how to operate in reversible spaces and asset classes, right? Learn how to avoid the game overs. Got to learn how to avoid the game overs. And in crypto, that includes rug pulls, by the way. You got to learn how to avoid game over. I just put $100 there, up. See you later. You got to learn how to avoid the game overs in order to you to be able to continue on. And in my humble opinion, for the vast, vast majority of people, it's the 90-10. The 90-10 allows you to continue on the journey of becoming a sophisticated investor. But if you get that 90-10 the wrong way, if you're 90%, like for me in the crypto Caesars home, I discovered by evaluating my portfolio from 2016 to 2024, I discovered that I was on the wrong end of 90-10. Not because I'm a bad person, not because the United States government, not because a YouTuber, because the market said from 2016 to 2024, this is what your assets look like. And if the assets would have looked this way, 90% Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and 10% in other things, this is what it would have looked like for you in 2024, September of 2024. You can't argue the numbers. The goal is to find out why. And I found out why. My portfolio was 90% plus altcoins other than Ethereum and Solana. And crypto, no Bitcoin. Not enough Bitcoin. It was improperly allocated. That's all. It was just improperly allocated. That's all. Again, it's not 10-ton hammer. It's not about the assets. It's about the strategy. My 90-10 still allows me to go on First Ledger and buy meme coins. My 90-10 strategy still allows me to go out hunting for the AI project that's going to win this cycle. My 90-10 strategy still allows for me to find the RWA that's winning. It still allows for it. Rashad Williams says facts. Brady Cat says end goal is passive income. That's right. Got to get that passive income. Got to get the passive, right? And that's a part of the strategy is DeFi. I mean, people aren't leveraging DeFi. If you're not leveraging DeFi during the bull and the bear market, your capital is not as efficient. Another thing I learned, I thought I knew DeFi. I thought I knew it, baby. I thought I knew. I didn't know. I had to get around some big players in DeFi to understand. Yeah, you're a novice, Siege. Hey, CJ, you're a novice. Come over here. Let me show you how it's done. I had to own that. I had to own that. I had to own that and say, yeah, you're right, bro. Honest assessment of where I was. I had to own it. Once we're honest with ourselves, I mean, a lot of things can change, bro. Uh, Thank you, 10-ton hammer. Your wisdom is super solid. I'm no fud on you, sir. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Matt LaRoche says, I'm looking at other physical assets and tokenized metals. It's a very interesting, right? Right? Because in my 90-10 strategy, Matt, I can get physical assets and tokenized metals. 100% I can still get gold if I want to get gold. 100%. So Bitcoin, so gold's up like 30%. 30% for gold is massive. It's just that Bitcoin's up 60%. Now, on a 90-10 strategy, I can still get gold. I got $100, 90 in Bitcoin and or Solana, and 10 in gold. When I get another $100, $90 in Bitcoin and Solana or some combination, 10 bucks gold. It's not, you understand? Because you can reduce exposure to irreversibility by exposing only part of your assets, right? That's the key, as opposed to being 100% all in on a thing. It's the key, right? So that's the key. Financial freedom, says Freddie Cat, and 1 and 2, a free censorship. Oh my God, about that. That's right. There you go. Matt LaRoche says, there you go. Yes, preserve it, right? So just wanted to kind of remind everyone new to the channel, that's kind of the ethos for the channel. This is some things that we discovered is the ethos for the channel moving forward, getting back to that thing. Because I listen to these Bitcoiners and I listen to Gary Cardone, and they're talking about just DCA and just get the 0.1 Bitcoin and just get the 0.25 Bitcoin. Come on, bro. That's not going to cut it. DCAing in this from this fiat that's losing purchasing power, and you want me to just DCA? Just DCA in 20 years or have enough Bitcoin? No, bro. Why? That's not enough. DCA is not enough. It's not, I just bought BTC. I just deposited some dirty, nasty crypto. I'll be getting some BTC today. if Coinbase lets me withdraw it, now they said they were going to let me withdraw it, which I'm shocked because I use my checking account to deposit it, and usually got to wait 5 days. Right? I'm gonna get some BTC, but you gotta have a comprehensive strategy. So DCA, absolutely. Then what else? You gotta leverage the multiples that come with the alt season, right? We gotta play the cycle. We got 4 years, right? We gotta play it every 4 years. You gotta play it every 4 years. And you can't deny the multiples in altcoins. You can't deny them. You can't deny them, but you got to risk adjust it. Let's get those, right? BTCs or Ethereum, Solana, or a combination thereof. Let's get those. The market has said those are the ones, right? Bitcoin year over year is 50%. Ethereum is I think 75%. Solana is like 250%. We got to take advantage of that. And then that 10% stuff. Oh man, Casp was amazing. Oh, you kidding me? Flare hasn't had an all-time high yet. I mean, you kidding me? Flare Networks, the blockchain for data and AI, it hasn't had an all-time high yet. I mean, this is going to be like this first cycle. I mean, it's going to minimum, we hear these, it's going to minimum 20x. I mean, FLR to 50 cents, all that stuff, right? Then you got to add the other component. What is the other component? 90-10. 90-10. DCA, leverage alts, And within the alt, 90-10. Then you sprinkle in DeFi in the height of the bull, and you sprinkle in DeFi in the other 3 years of the bear market. That's the win. That's the win. That's how I see it. That's right. Matt LaRoche. Matt LaRoche is on it. You need some turbos. Matt LaRoche is on it. It's like you need some turbos on the DCA, BTC strategy. It's exactly right. And the turbo is leveraging altcoins. Which altcoins? For example, the narratives in the space. What are the narratives? What does the narrative mean? The narratives mean that people are taking dirty, nasty fiat and they're pouring into those narratives. Liquidity are in those narratives. Meme coins, AI, gaming, RWAs, layer ones. The liquidity is in those. The layer ones is kind of like what's that new layer one? What's that potential new layer one that can change the game? This is why Casper's doing this thing. This is why I don't want to use mantra, because mantra is not new. Mantra's been around for a minute, so let's not use that, right? This is why Flare has that potential, because people get excited about that new layer one. This is why Sui is coming in here and just changing the game. It's a new layer one, just like Aptos and Say is coming on as well, because people kind of get hyped about it. It's not about trying to be right. It's just, what is the market telling me? The market is telling me what makes these layer ones. People don't like the old; they like the new. They like the new and exciting. They like the sub finality, sub 10-second finalities, sweet, right? They like the movement, right? It's not up for us to just try to, argue it. It's just to say, what is the market telling us? This is what the market is telling us, fam. It's layer one. It's these new layer ones with kind of in their own lane, doing their own thing, hyper important. It's meme coins, killing the game. It's AI. It's gaming. It's RWAs. This is what the market's telling us. So what do? We respond accordingly. But just because the market has now told us the narratives, we don't switch the 90-10. We take the 10% narratives and we put them into 10%. I still buy FLR. I added to my positions in Superverse gaming. I added to my position in Ondu RWAs. I added to my position in Sui. But they're still the 10% as compared to the 90% allocation. Right? This is the strategies. These are the things we teach in the Patreon, right? At patreon.com/golf whiskey mastermind, right? It just, again, allows us to operate ergodic. I hope you guys grabbed that book I recommended. I hope you grabbed it. So that's kind of how I see it. The real big wheel is like, LOL, I'm going to DCA and Songbird at 0.005. Songbird, nice thing there, right? The 10-ton hammer, it's called ergodicity. ERGO, ergodicity, ICITY, by Luca Dellana. LucaDellAnna. Luca Dell'Anna. You're welcome, bro. You're welcome. And the other one I would highly recommend is My Journey as a Value Investor. I think that's what's the title of it. It's by Guy Spier, SPIER. What? FLR token could get pegged stable to iridium in the future. Are you talking about metals, right? There you go, 10-ton hammer. I love people who take action, bro. I love people who take action. Yeah. FLR, I got to tell you, a lot of people don't think I'm crazy. But it's just how I see this market. I'm excited about the FLR that I have, but I'm more excited about 2026. Why? Because the FLR token will become a better risk-adjusted return asset, a better risk-adjusted reward asset in 2026. Well, why do you say that, Siege? It's only 1 cent now. Why do you say it? Why that? Because they're going to be delivering. They're going to be shipping stuff. The FTSO is going to have been proven itself. The bumps, the bruises, the ups, the downs, the bug that gets caught. The prevention of some hacks. The catching that, right, will have proven itself. Not 10 years proving itself, but more proving itself than today. You understand? And we're going to just see if history is going to repeat. Historically, altcoins have retraced in the bear market 90 to 98%, 85 to 98%, historically. Can we make a strategy, a plan from something that has not happened yet, or from something that has already happened? Well, what has already happened historically over these cycles since 2008, 2012? Altcoins historically during the bear market have retraced 85 to 98%. So we have a plan based on that data. We can't say, well, we can't plan on, well, not this time. There ain't going to be no bear market for altcoins. No, not this time. Bitcoin this time is just going to keep going. It's just going to keep going. It ain't going to have that 55 to 75% pullback, retrace. Can we make a plan on that thing that hasn't happened yet? Or do we make the plan from historical evidence of what has happened? I ask you, what's going on, Keyless? Yeah, I know. It's been a while, miss. Appreciate you checking in. Alex, she said, I am super late. I was on the phone with my wife. I couldn't hang up. I hear you, bro. No worries. So that's kind of how I'm seeing stuff, right? So anyway, let's go to this. The stole this thing from my guy, Murad. I want to make sure I cover that. I've been yammering and all kind of stuff. Murad said this: Millennials and Zoomers can't afford a home, so they will be buying meme coins instead. That's interesting. I mean, it's his thoughts, it's his thing. You know, I'm not sure if I agree with that, but I do think that they're going to be buying memes. Doesn't mean that they're not going to be buying FOR token. Doesn't mean that they're not going to be buying Sweet, Solana, Cardano. Doesn't mean that. But this dude, he believes they're going to be buying memes. He's probably right. I'm buying memes. I just have a better strategy, right? We have a better strategy for getting these than most. We have a better strategy, right? Murad is something, I appreciate his sticking to his cause or his movement. He says here, to millions of people, meme coins will be the only way out. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I believe SPX 6900, not financial advice. This is Murad saying this, saying that this meme coin will become the biggest meme coin in human history. What I say is, we'll see. They still in my 10% bucket. I ain't changing my allocation. I'm not changing my strategy because this might be the greatest meme coin in human history. I'm not changing it. For every $100, I'm putting $10 in meme coin. For every $100, I'm putting $10 in increasing my RWA play. For every $100, I'm putting $10 in increasing my position in gaming. Add to my RWA play Ondo. Add to my RWA play IX swap. Right? Poly trade. You know what I mean? You understand? That's the strategy. That is the strategy. All right. So let me cover some. Do I want to cover Crypto Eddie's thing? That's just link to thing is This link to thing, keyless, I don't know. This link to thing, like, I don't. Keyless, you know that on our channel, we kept questioning why DAI and especially Dick's Perspectives were just constantly on this ratio of 1,000 promotions of Link to and iTrust Capital to one promotion in comparison of the XRPL. In comparison. So she covers some stuff in this lawsuit. It's what they would call not a good look, right? You would say, yeah, that's not a good look right now, bro. For Link to lawsuit against Luke 2, Bill Saris and Joe Endozo, and details emerging. Again, look, I noticed that those two dudes did not make a video that I know of, and latest video not covering this at all. At all. Anyway, in latest video, like as of today's video. I don't know about yesterday or the day before. All right, insider trading and front running and Link to. Matt LaBroche. This is the lawsuit. In the lawsuit, you could allege all kind of stuff, man. That's how lawsuits work. Then you scrape some of that stuff off the wall and find something that sticks in when you're in the court. So just understand that. These are just allegations and they can say whatever they want. All right, so insider trading and front running. Use of unlicensed brokers. Unlicensed brokers. Link to advertised that they had 500,000, 750,000 users. I've heard the Brad Kimes talk about that all the time. When the real number was only 10K. And 30% of the 10K, approximately a third, were unaccredited, according to the lawsuit. Unconscionably high and undisclosed markups, sometimes exceeding 150% above what FINRA recommends, or FINRA recommendations, with algorithms set to increase the price each time a unit was purchased. That is not a great look. And if the SEC gets a hold and just sees some kind of crypto in here somewhere, I don't know, this doesn't, but if they get any kind of tie to a crypto, I think they'll be on this. But anyway, employees expedite friends sales to avoid the auto increase ahead of Link 2 customers. Link 2 did not disclose they made the markets and securities they offered, creating FOMO marketing techniques, falsely claiming shares were about to sell out. Their marketing techniques certainly crossed the line. They circumvented SEC Rule 506B. How did they do that? It's interesting. I mean, it's there for the 506B is there for people like Link 2. Why would they circumvent it? Anyway, investors were not buying shares, even though this was in their marketing. I think that's a little iffy. I heard those guys say that, you know, it's SPV and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, no compliance vetting in certain countries. An internal test was created, only 50% passed, yet this test did not meet FINRA. So just not some great stuff there. Just not some great stuff. Minus Wells asked the question, who was associated with them? Rob Licker said something. Look, I don't know if this is true or not, but Rob Licker said something that I thought was interesting to Minus Wells' question. Who from the community was associated with them? Again, Rob Licker said the same people that refused to mention Expectar unless Dirk pays a $30,000 bribe to sit at the table. Yep, those people. Now, who is he talking about? I'm a little alarmed by such a thing. Is Rob Licker suggesting what table? And that's not great. Is he suggesting that DAI and dig perspectives try to bribe the people from Expectar for $30K just so they can mention their thing? That's alarming. I don't know. I don't know how factual it is, but that is from our guy, Rob Licker. That's interesting. Matt LaRose says, not a good look. That's not great. 10-ton Hammer says, those two, DAI and digital perspectives, never bring anything worth watching anyways. It's all troll info blurbs out though, of those two. Yeah. Just not a great look right now. So that's the latest from Crypto Idea. I'm like, ooh, that's not a great look. That's not a great look. I'll see what Flair has to say here lately. Remember, guys, wallets that hold any of the following will not qualify for the airdrop. Over 1,000 F test XRP. So, I don't have my thing up, but I checked it. So remember that. Over 0.01 FBTC on constant. Remember, F test BTC, F test XRP. Just remember that. Hugo put this out. It's interesting. It says, ship everything. Flare truly has become the network for data and is now in a better position to serve as the premier L1 for any application and use case than ever before. Our protocols are not just industry leading, they are scalable and enshrined, creating a solid base upon which building liquidity and institutional partnerships can now happen. We all know what 2024 is finishing with, but let's look at what ship everything has meant so far. Foundation, Flare system protocol, a unified system to handle all Flare's protocol. FTS scaling from 15 feeds every 120 seconds before to a capability of 1,000 every 90 seconds. FTSO block latency fees, updating every feed, every block. FDC, Flare data connector in process, Web3, Web2 proofs every 90 seconds. Songbird staking is in process. The RFLR, unique vested rewards system. Major integrations with bridges to bring liquidity. DeFi protocols for usage. API providers, DeFi attack monitoring. KYC analytics providers, etc. Flare Labs, the F asset beta for FXRP, FBTC on constant, F asset bots. So, as we prepare for the last big step of 2024, Flare's breakneck pace of engineering and development has left it honed and ready to go into 2025 at full tilt. So, what he's saying is, don't get it twisted. We have shipped some stuff. Let me remind you of the stuff that we've shipped thus far. Now, I know people want more stuff, but he reminds people of what has been shipped. And I say, good for him. That's what he should be doing. Because people forget. People are anxious. Remember, the currency is they're losing in the fiat world, and they want to catch up, and they have hopes that and get ahead, and they have hopes that FLR for networks is going to help them to do that. Apparently, the governance thing is in full blast as well for XRPL. 100 XRP ledger governance is changing 100%. We first learned about exploration with XRPL Labs and XRPL Commons. Ripple plus Australia, not-for-profit, wave of innovation, and XRPL Labs post on the 6th. So, new DAO's coming. New governance is coming. So what it's going to look like, it's going to be interesting to see. XRPL Commons is a big part of that Now a DAO confirmation and announcement is coming. So we'll see. We'll see. So we'll see, how that goes. Shout out for them. I didn't read the Ripple's quarter report, but latest Q3 report. But this is what Anders L says is in there. Ripple states in their Q3 market report that the SEC lawsuit is impacting the price of XRP. It's interesting. Ongoing headwinds from the SEC suggest that its lawsuit against Ripple is a key factor in impacting XRP's price. It's interesting because for a while, Ripple was saying that whatever goes on with Ripple, market XRP market is just going to do what it do. Now, apparently, in this Q3 report, they're saying that Ripple does have something to do with the price, even though it's by way of the SEC doing something to Ripple. So that's interesting. So banks are still failing, just to let you know. Banks are still failing. Just something just happened to a local bank in this country. They're still failing. We don't know what kind of systemic event we're going to have, but it's still failing. This person here, XRP Jason Jude, said, DAI and Dig Perspectives, why no video regarding the shilling of this ridiculous platform to your followers? We said that they were never going to make that video, at least not publicly. We'll see. Yeah, Alex G. Brad already said 90% of crypto market will go away. Yeah, that's what he said. I don't know if he's been correct though, but he did say that. He in this last little interview that he did with who did he had an interview with? Pantera guy. The Pantera guy. He was like, I think I was wrong on that. Majorly wrong. That's exactly right. Cloud on title, Keyless. Keyless says sentiment will alter confidence in a company when they have an SEC cloud, United States government, on them and anything that is attached to 100%. Pookie Pookie says, I'm about to ask the kids for a cool 20. Yeah, I hear you, bro. 10-ton hammer. Interesting. Once FLR is running on Starlink, the transactions per second are going to explode. This will happen eventually, I believe. I hear you, my friend. I hear you. So I did go over to Flare Dinero, the new liquid ETH staking platform on Flare Networks. I tried to do a thing. The fee to do it was $11. And I'm like, heck to the no. I'm only doing like $45. And you want $11 for the fee. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not doing it. But anyway, the thing to do it, if you want to do it, is flare.dinero.xyz. You can participate early here. I wouldn't do it all my ETH, but you can participate early here and be a part of that. So I was going to do about 40 something dollars worth maybe. And that's kind of what I got. Let's see what the fee is now. This is going to be like one of these things you got to do like after midnight, 1, 2, 3 in the morning to get a reasonable. That's $6. That's $7. That's not bad. I wouldn't mind $7. I wouldn't mind $7. Let me change this number here. Let me see. I don't have enough ETH. Let me change this number to 3. See if it'll do it that way. Still don't have enough ETH, so I know what that means. I got to change this second number here to, let's do 8. See if I have enough now. Dang, still don't have enough. What the world? See, this fees is crazy. 6. I just want to provide a little. As long as the fee is under $10, I'll do it. I'd like to be under 7, but it is what it is. Let's see. Uh, oh, I can do it. I'm gonna just do that. Oh, $40. Well, 40 including $7 fee, so it's only like $35. But there it is. Now I got some Flare ETH. I'm staking. I'm gonna get some. And by the way, using this is awesome, right? So it says first thing is gonna stake on mainnet, then it's gonna bridge to Flare for you by way of layer 0. And then it'll do this wrapping and proof for wrapping and all that. Those are the steps there. This is probably my internet more so than anything why it's slow here. But yeah, you don't necessarily have to use Stargate to bridge ETH over to Flare. You don't have to. You don't have to. If you want to, cool. I mean, Stargate is awesome, by the way. Stargate's awesome. And I think it's like fairly inexpensive to use Stargate to move ETH to Flare. I think it's pretty inexpensive. I wanted to be early on this here, so that's why I used it. But I do think that I don't know if I should refresh that or not, but I do think that it's fairly inexpensive. I don't have any. You don't have any ETH. What do I got here? ETH left, only like $8. Let's go to Stargate and see what happened. Did I mess that up or did it work? What happened? It was just, I don't think it went through. What happened there? I didn't cancel anything. Let's see. Uh, let's see my transaction. Did it fail? It says confirmed there. So I'm gonna disconnect. Gonna refresh this app. Let's disconnect. Let's refresh this app and reconnect because see what's going on. You might have to go back to the Flare scan and see what's good. So the all right, guys. I hope we're back. I don't know. I hope we're back. Let's tell you. Hope we're back. I hope we're back. 10-ton hammer says, this is exactly why it's all going to be on Starlink one day. I hear you, bro. Like the live stream went out. I hope you guys are back. After the show, look at your wallet transaction history and look at the hash. Yeah. Yeah, definitely gonna do that for sure. Um, live streaming out because of the internet, like while we're doing things, right? Uh, let's see here. Let's freaking MetaMask. Let's see if we can click on the transaction history real quick. Confirmed. View on the block explorer. Because this is saying it went through. Total gas was $4.50. Let's go here. This is saying it went through, right? Right? There it says here. This is the transaction here. So it probably take a little bit for the wallet to show or for the app to show. There's a transaction hash 5 minutes ago called deposit ETH. So there it is there. So I'll have it for a record in case it doesn't end up showing. So I just tried to click unstake. That was kind of like my way. What does it say here? Looks like you have unwrapped FLR ETH, wrap here to use in DeFi, switch to Flare. All right, I'll switch to Flares. Flare. Got to continue on the processes, looks like. That's what happened there. Nice. Approve. Looks like you're. Well, I like that. What you got going on there, Dinero? I like what you got going on there. 10-ton hammer. That's pretty slick from Dinero. What they got going on there. Let's do max here. What does that say? Yep, 014 is good. Hit next. Approve. Nothing to do the wrapping. I'll say for these early projects on this early blockchain, like you got to give props, in my opinion, in my view, you got to give props to SparkDex, to Kinetic. Big fan of SparkDex. These early projects seem to really be ahead of in their journey. Like if the product is 90 days old, if 90 days in launch, it feels like it's a year in launch by way of its UI or its UX. If it's a year launch, it feels a year old. It feels like in the UI UX is like 2 years old. It's like they're ahead in their progress. They're ahead in their journey. So I got a success here, and you can review it on Explorer. Just shout out to the builders there on Flare that are doing things. Again, I got my little favorites, SparkDex. I like Kinetic as well. Scepter works really well, smooth. It's just kind of, it is what it is. I have Flare mainnet. What is this? Flare Explorer. Cool. So I'm guessing 10-ton hammer, I should be able to unstake now. We got the little green success button. And should show some FLR ETH here. Still doesn't show it. Let's go back to stake. Like I've already wrapped it, or was that just an approval to wrap? Like it should have been wrapped. Let's see. Wallet. Do I need it's Flare ETH. Do I need that token address? Who has who's good with the token addresses? Is it Kinetic? Let's see. App.connect. See. Who has that Pookie Pookie? I think it's Kinetic that has the token addresses, and you can just add them. Let's see if they have FLR ETH that I can add to the wallet so it'll show up on MetaMask. Um, Connect. I think it's Kinetic. It might be Scepter. It might be Scepter, though, to be honest with you. I can't remember. It might be Scepter. So let me connect here to Kinetic. Uh, no, no FLR ETH. Do we? The Wi-Fi went out again. Wi-Fi went out again, fam. It went out again. I'm gonna wrap again and see. It says wrap 0.01 into FLR ETH. That's the message. That's like, again, that was like 30 something dollars worth. Fee, no fee. I'm going to hit confirm. And between the combination of this internet, this is slowing down these transactions. You guys will probably, when you do it, you'll probably have a much more smoother thing. So it says success, and then it says view on Flare. Explorer. So I'm trying to see. I want to be able to see FLR ETH in my wallet, but I probably got to get the token address. So let's see if we can find it. Hope you guys are back. Sorry, live stream went out again. So I'm on flare-explorer.flare.network. And hopefully we can get the FLR ETH address. Okay, so here's the transactions. It says success worth wrapping it. Tokens minted. FLR ETH right there. I wonder if I click on this FLR ETH right here, will I get a token address? I think I will. Let's click on FLR ETH here. I think I should get a token address, and then I will just import the token. Flare staked ETH. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Let me see. What does this say? Oh, shit. Implementation wrap liquid. So I'm thinking this bottom one, wrap liquid staking token. Is that going to be it? I'm going to copy this one. I don't know which one is the real one here. Proxy contract, or I'm going to try to import. One of these got to be the right contract, right? So you can add it to your MetaMask so you can see what's good. So I like the Flare Network Explorer, though. That's pretty cool. So let's see. Check this wallet out here. Wrap, it says approve. Again, I don't know. Let me try importing tokens and see if we get something here. We're about to find out. This ain't looking good. That doesn't look good. All right. Let's get rid of this one and try another one. The other address. That's that invalid address. So we got two addresses here. You see it says proxy contract. Let me try that one. Copy to clipboard. I tried the implementation one first. Not a lot of holders, only 52 holders of this FLR ETH, which is interesting. All right, so scroll down to the bottom to import tokens and put this custom contract address. There it is. There it is. There's the FLR ETH. So let me do this. There's my FLR ETH in the wallet import. There it is. FLR ETH. And hopefully it's going to show here that I can unstake it if I wanted to. Let me see here. I'm going to hit unstake. There it is, 0.01. There it is right there. So it worked. If it wasn't for this internet, this thing would have worked really smoothly. So again, yeah, we are streaming when we do it. Ha ha ha. Yeah. You know what I mean? Keila says you're invisible. Yep. So I found it. It worked. But I do want to check. Now remember, that was $4.50 to do this, guys. It's $4.50, you got to pay in this ETH thing, okay? And but it does everything for you. They do the bridging. They do the bridging for you. But let's go to Stargate and let's just see how much it costs to bridge some ETH over to Flare. Let's see, Stargate.finance. I'm just curious. Oh, by the way, I have a sneaking suspicion. This is just me. No one's told me anything. But it does. I have a feeling that Stargate is going to be in the, the liquidity incentive event. I think they're going to get added. That Flare is doing. Don't need Bitget. I want. Let's go do it this way real quick. Let's pick up some ETH. ETH. Just regular ETH, man. Regular ETH. From Ethereum to Flare. From ETH to Flare. Let's connect. I may have to switch to Ethereum. I think my wallet is on Meta. Connect the test wallet. Yes. All right. So that's connected. Now there's not a lot of ETH going on here, just so you know. It's not a lot of ETH. It's only like $8 or so. So 0.034, right? That is don't I need to be on Ethereum? Let's see here. Right, like only $8. $8. So just understand that. And I did the other transaction. It was $37, something like that. Token is ETH from Ethereum to Flare, which will become wrapped ETH on Flare. Now let's check out. I'm gonna do the little 850. You see, this is only pennies. So there's that. It says it's going to cost a penny. That's cheaper than $4.50 to move $30. So it's looking like keyless is just probably cheaper. Just use Stargate the bridge. And if you do bridge it, then you have wrapped ETH. And if you got wrapped ETH on Flare, I'm thinking that it's going to just skip a step. All right. So again, I don't have it's $8 here. We got to allow for some fees. Now look, 6 minutes cost you a penny. 6 minutes. Do you want to wait 6 minutes? It costs you 2 cents for 3 minutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm trying to leave some ETH. Let's see what this fee is really going to be. Do we want to wait 6 minutes? Do we want to try to do fast? I've noticed with Stargate, the fast is a little, but anyway, it's 1 cent or 2 cents. That's got to be cheaper than $4.50. But I want to see what happens when I connect this Flare ETH to this Dinero staking. So let's do that. I'm going to do 3 minutes just so we'll see. So, Stargate got that little fast thing as opposed to regular. So it should be around 3 minutes. But I want to see what it shows up as. And once it shows up, I'm going to try and stake and see what that's going to look like. Okay, so there's the fee. No, so Stargate's little thing, yeah, is whatever, but the transaction's still $3, right? So still $3 on ETH current time. So feeling like it's just better to just have some ETH and then use because it saves you a step. See, yeah, it's still $3.02 ETH. So I'm not doing it. But I just want to see. You're still going to pay the Ethereum fee to bridge no matter what. As is my point. You're still going to pay the fee to bridge no matter what. And it was what? It was $3. I only got $8, right? So now we know. Yeah. Now we know. So there that is there. Feeling like overall it's just better to just come over here and stake. It's going to go through the process of it's going to go through like 4 things it has to do, and which includes wrapping and staking and wrapping and staking, which is good, and bridging. So they're going to do all the steps here. It's kind of like one stop. They'll do it. They're going to be using layer 0, and what it is. So overall, it's kind of feeling decent. But I wanted to show you guys that. Yeah, just pretty good, right? Overall, pretty good. So that's kind of the news. My guy Murad says the Gen Zs and millennials can't afford to buy a house. They're going to be buying meme coins. Yeah, man. Appreciate you, 10-ton hammer. Appreciate you checking in. That's right. Bye, y'all. We got this indeed. So there it is, family. Thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate each and every one of you, for sure. Stay safe out the streets out here. Flare.denaro.xyz. I'm liking it. Again, I wanted to participate early in the ecosystem. I helped them figure some stuff out. I like doing that. I ended up staking, bridging, and wrapping ETH. I had ETH on my test wallet, just regular ETH. And by going to flare.denaro.xyz, I was able to, bridge, wrap, stake, all done for you here. So that was pretty cool. And again, if we didn't have internet issues, I'm sure that would have went a lot smoother. So you still pay that Ethereum gas fee. You got to pay attention to the time of the day, et cetera, et cetera. You got to kind of understand that. And, you got to kind of determine, like, I'm not going to spend $3 for a gas fee to just move $8. So I ended up spending $4.50 to move $37 or $36, something like that. So there it is, fam. Again, thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate you guys checking in. As always, it's been a really, really cool hang. Again, happy Sunday to each and every one of you. I'm going to do me a favor. If you didn't hit that like button on the way in, no worries, no worries. Just collapse the chat and hit the like button on the way out. That'd be super, super cool. And don't forget to ring that notification so whenever we go live or whenever we upload a video. If you want to support the channel, I do have links for my crypto. I'm not really doing the super chats anymore for principal reasons, but if you wanted to support the channel, wallet addresses are in the descriptions of the videos. Appreciate you guys. Do me a favor, don't forget to ring the notification bell so you know whenever we go live or whenever we upload a video. I'm going to end this one like I do all my videos and remind you guys of this. Old money doesn't want you to win. Well, that's okay, though, because you and we're already winning. And I would ask you to consider this or perhaps ponder the idea or notion of living your life permissionless. I'll talk to you guys soon. See you. Bye.